Greetings, everyone, and welcome to this edition of the Arlington Weekly News. I'm Craig Nolan. Thanks for joining us.
Buenas noches, soy Daniel Pineda.
Buenas noches.
My name's Adele Quo.
And here we go with another show.
Just Adele.
We believe,
Adele.
rumor has it, that this is our last show in April
Wow.
of 2015. Holy cow.
Too fast.
May Day is approaching here, so if you're watching us on Thursday night, our first run Thursday night, this is our last show in April 2015.
Unbelievable.
And we have, the usual lineup here, news and CBB, and Adele is here with...
It's easy being green.
Green, indeed it is. Miriam is here with an interview. We have Nort Beckerman in a Brain Healthy Minute segment, News for Seniors, and then Shannon Augustus with an interview. And that's our show, but before we begin, a social media reminder from my partner.
Absolutely, Mr. Nolan. You can watch the Arlington Weekly News on our YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/Arlington Weekly News and the number 1. And also facebook.com/Arlington Weekly News. Correct.
Gracias, Senor Pineda. All right, here we go. News for Seniors glasses in place. And the first of our stories, Ballston Common Mall is likely to undergo a major facelift in the coming months. Many stores are likely to close early next year. The mall's owner, a company called Forest City, has arranged for several shop leases to expire by the end of 2015. And then this would leave an opening for renovation beginning in 2016. So stay tuned for that. Change is coming to Ballston Mall. Daniel.
Change is coming.
Change is coming.
Well, Craig, Reagan National is also due for some construction work. The Metropolitan Washington Airport Authority has proposed to build a new terminal on concourse with retail establishments. The move is to address increased traffic through the facility. The Airport Authority may spend up to $800 million on the project. There will be a public workshop on the proposal in early June, and public comments will be accepted through early 2016. For more information, just visit the website. That's mwaa.com.
All this construction and renovations, somebody's got some money. Here we go with our next story. Well, Dr. Lynn Wright is Oak Ridge Elementary School principal and Arlington Public Schools Principal of the Year. Ms. Wright has been principal at Oak Ridge for 5 years. She has a bachelor's degree in sociology and a master's in special ed from JMU, James Madison University, go Dukes, a doctorate in public school administration and supervision from the University of Virginia, and she also received a graduate honors from the Aspiring Superintendents Program at Virginia Tech. Principal Wright will also be recognized on Tuesday, May 5th, at Arlington's winner of the Washington Post Distinguished Educational Leadership Award. The Principal, Teacher, and Support Employees of the Year will be honored Wednesday, May 27th at Washington Lee High School. So congratulations to Principal Dr. Wright.
That is great news, and congratulations.
Daniel.
Well, up until the end of this fiscal year, there have been 3 community centers offering the Kids for Action programs: Carver, Drew, and Lubber Run. Kids in Action will remain at Lubber Run. Kids in Action provides safe, fun, and enriching programs that help children grades K through 5 thrive. On Tuesday, April the 21st, the County Board approved the transfer of the Kids in Action programs from county management at the Charles Drew and Carver Community Centers to Arlington Public Schools. The program will remain at the Lubber Run Community Center. Kids in Action will join APS's Extended Day program starting in the fall of this year. The move is intended to streamline county APS program delivery, improve staff training opportunities, and save money. Craig.
All right, Daniel, next of our news items here. Well, Arlington has a new farmers market. Fairlington Farmers Market is in operation in the back plaza of Fairlington Community Center. It's open Sundays, from April 19, from 9 to 1 p.m., and it runs through November 22nd. And also Dan Walsh and Mary McLean, 2 Arlingtonians on a mission to rid Arlington of the invasive problem. The problem with invasive plants. They were honored today by Arlington County Board for their outstanding volunteer service to the Arlington Parks Association organization. Walsh and Arlington Alexandria tree steward and McLean, a steward of Tuckahoe Park, are 2015 recipients of the Bill Thomas Outstanding Park Service Volunteer Award. and we offer them our congratulations. All right, we'll be back with our CBB Community Bulletin Board file right after we hear from Adele, and
It's easy being green.
Hi,
Hey
Adele.
guys, hey.
Hi.
It is easy being green. My name is Adele Quo. I have here my tipsy little mascot Joe Tree Frog, just enjoying a little bit too much the Icelandic schnapps that we talked about last week. And on the alcohol note, Air France serves pretty delightful wine, gratis. Lufthansa serves complimentary rich German beer, but Iceland Air serves crystal clear glacier water on their flights. In addition to pure water sources, Iceland is an easy destination for Americans to gain firsthand experience on accessibility to natural sources of hydro and geothermal energy. Visit any one of the following Icelandic attractions to learn more about clean energy. The Blue Lagoon is fed by a unique source of geothermal seawater containing silica, algae, and minerals that heal and yield positive effects on your skin, and is also 100% powered by clean geothermal energy. In the capital Reykjavik, Perlan has become a popular landmark tourist attraction. But it's also one of the city's hot water storage tank systems utilizing geothermal heat. Perlan demonstrates the unique combination of environmentalism and tourism that Iceland takes pride in. About 30 minutes outside of Reykjavik, the Geothermal Energy Exhibition at the Helshidi Geothermal Power Plant presents a state-of-the-art look into the harnessing of geothermal energy in a sustainable manner and offers a showcase to the rest of the world that they should take notice. The Helshidi plant ranks as the largest geothermal power station in the world in terms of installed capacity and provides electricity to the greater Reykjavik capital area. Helshidi and 4 other geothermal plants produce about 26% of the nation's electricity. Geothermal heating meets about 87% of the heating and hot water requirements of all buildings in Iceland, which makes Iceland the cleanest energy consumer in the world. You can't beat a trip to Iceland to see for yourself how this little volcanic island of geysers, hot springs, glaciers, and black sand beaches has become a world leader in sustainability. If you stay tuned next week, we'll look at Iceland's historic and modern-day green roofs. So remember, it's easy being green if you're an eco-traveler like our mascot here, Joe Tree Frog.
To be continued, right?
To be continued.
Joe's
More on Iceland.
Joe's having fun over
He's
there.
sniffing away at that.
Yes.
You better not stay over that glass too long. It may just knock him right out.
So pretty potent
Of the
stuff.
Brennan-
I don't know,
Brennan-
37%
37%.
alcohol volume.
75 proof or something.
But I've
like
heard it
that.
it has an interesting smell. Very strong.
It's flammable, I'm sure.
Oh, well, let's test it out. Are we
That's
allowed
all
to
right.
do that?
Thanks, Adele.
Thank you, Adele.
We appreciate it. And as promised, we'll be back with our CBB Community Bulletin Board file right after we hear from Miriam Gennari and her guest. Here's Miriam.
And now for a Sustainable Scoop special report. I'm here with Jerry Achtermann. He's a student at Fairfax Public Schools, and he is working on a very big project. Tell us what's going on, Jerry.
Yes. So I'm a 7th grader at Luther Jackson Middle School in Fairfax County, and I've started a petition against their current lunch tray policy. The lunch trays that they use are very harmful to both the public and the environment. And they continue to burn these trays, which is about the worst thing you can do to these trays because it releases all the toxic chemicals stored inside the trays into the air. These toxic chemicals are proven to be carcinogens and neurotoxins, so it basically can make you dumber and give you cancer. Horrible things that that happen to.
Jerry, how did it occur to you that them using these styrofoam trays was such an assault on the environment, and what motivated you to want to do something about it?
So I entered Fairfax County Public Schools in 4th grade, and I was appalled at their current policy. I did some research on the material that they use, which is commonly known as styrofoam, but the technical name is polystyrene. And I just learned some pretty horrible things about the trays. As I said, there's direct human health and safety concerns.
So what you want is
Yes.
you want people to stop using them.
Yes.
So you've started a petition. Tell us about the petition.
Yes, I started an online petition, and I've gotten about 120 signatures so far.
So could you just ask these viewers to go and sign your petition?
Yes, please sign my petition now.
Go to, what's it called?
Go to thepetitionsite.com, and you can search for my name, Jerry Achtermann, and it will be on there.
Wonderful. Thanks so much for coming. And thank you, everyone who's watching. Go to the site and search Jerry Achtermann's name, and let's eliminate styrofoam from Fairfax County Schools.
Yes, we can all do this together.
Absolutely. Way to go.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Miriam.
Thank you, Miriam.
And Jerry Achtermann, and our styrofoam mom is certainly happy about that young protege there. Thanks, Miriam. We appreciate your efforts. Okay, as promised, now our Community Bulletin Board, our CBB file. Now that spring is here, there are a number of Arlington farmers markets that you may want to check out. We've already reported the opening of the new Fairlington Farmers Market. Here are a couple of older ones. The Arlington Farmers Market stays open year-round, and it's in the Arlington County Courthouse parking lot near North Courthouse Road and North 14th Street. They're open every Saturday from 8 to noon, and details are available at their website, arlingtonparks.us/farmersmarket. Also, there's a farmers market in Crystal City. Crystal City Farmers Market is located at 1900 Crystal Drive, and they'll be open on Tuesdays from 3 to 7 p.m. on Tuesdays now, 3 to 7 p.m., and you can check out more and learn more about Crystal City Farmers Market from their website, www.crystalcity.org/greenfarmersmarket, something like that. All right, that's the information on farmers markets. Daniel.
Well, that's right, Craig. If it's still a bit too chilly for you and you'd rather be indoors, then you'll want to visit Shirlington Branch Library. That's on Monday, May the 4th. For a movie, Before Sunrise is a 1995 R-rated film about a young man and a woman who meet on a train in Europe and wind up spending an evening together in Vienna. It will run from 2 to 4 p.m. The movie is part of the Before series of movie by Richard Linklater. Craig.
All right, and Shirlington, down in Shirlington, they also have something for the younger set on Tuesday, May 5th from 4 to 5 p.m. And every Tuesday thereafter, elementary school children can attend Kids Club at Shirlington Library. Mother's Day is coming up. Daniel?
That's right, Greg. On May the 9th from 10:30 a.m. to 1 p.m., Shirlington will also have a Mother's Day celebration. It includes an all-ages story time, a DJ, crafts, face painting, snacks, massages for moms, young invincibles, and yes, more. Craig.
All right, and some more on our CBB volunteer opportunities now. If you're interested in supporting senior programs in Arlington, then you might want to consider volunteering for the Alliance for Arlington Senior Programs. Their mission is to help maintain a healthy, socially active senior population in Arlington, and they do this by supporting the Office of Senior Adult Programs and the 55-plus programs they offer. The Alliance is in need of people to help them in a variety of areas, from helping out with promotional layout and the distribution of literature to the development of a digital newsletter. So if you're interested and think you might be able to help them out in these categories, give them a call. Here's their number, 703-869-2358, or you can email board, B-O-R-A-D, at allianceforarlingtonseniorprograms.org. All right, we'll be back with our News for Seniors file right after we hear from Nort Beckerman and his Brain Healthy Minute. Here's Nort.
Hi, I'm Nort Beckerman, the Brain Health Coach. When your brain first receives information, it goes to a place in the brain called the hippocampus, which simply means seahorse in Greek. You have two of them, one on each side of your head, just above your ear. That's where your working memory exists. But your seahorse is only a temporary residing place for information. Your seahorse will store or discard information based on importance, priority, and repetition. It stores information in a fold in the brain known as the synaptic recess. You need a working memory to learn and establish long-term memories. Your seahorse has a messenger called a neurotransmitter that takes the information to its storage location and retrieves it when needed. Memory occurs when you take information from storage, possibly related to other information in storage, and have your conscious mind perform some type of action. When we get older, we start to say that our memory is getting worse, even bad. What would cause that? A damaged seahorse? The fact that your brain is not generating the needed experience-dependent cells to hold new information? Or the fact that your neurotransmitter that your seahorse needs to transmit and retrieve information is damaged or destroyed? Keep your brain healthy. I'm Nort Beckerman, the Brain Health Coach. I'll see you next time for a Brain Healthy Minute.
All right, thanks, Nort. Our very own Nort Beckerman and his Brain Healthy Minute. Train your brain, get out there and learn something new every day, learn a language and eat healthy, exercise, and you'll have a healthy brain. And a healthy brain means a healthy you, right? Okay, here we go. As promised now, our News for Seniors segment. Well, speaking of Nort Beckerman, sorry, Nort, and he's our very own brain health coach, and he's the author of a book, A User's Guide to a Healthy Brain. Well, he leads a discussion and a free workshop every Tuesday at 1 in the afternoon at Walter Reed Community Center. The workshop includes topical presentations about your brain, eating for a healthy brain, and interactive discussions. So check out Nort Tuesdays.
Way to go, Nort.
Way to go, Nort. Daniel.
Well, Craig, do you need transportation to and from a senior center? Then check out the Arlington with the SCAT taxi program. You can take a pre-arranged taxi cab to and from senior centers for $2.50 each way. Call 703-892-8747 for more information and an application. Craig.
All right, also in our News for Seniors file, well, flourishing in the second stage of your life can be a fun and exhilarating experience, but sharing thoughts and receiving some guidance can also be helpful. Well, Barbara Caro and Beth Baker, who co-facilitate this discussion series, they will deal with questions concerning the fear of aging, finding meaning in the next stage of life, and what research shows about living well into retirement. The conversation consists of 3 sessions beginning Thursday, May 14th, and continuing on May 21st and the 28th. The sessions run from 6:45 to 8:15 in the evening. At Langston Brown, class size is limited, so you must pre-register. And to do that, here's their number. Give them a call, 703-228-4747, or check their website. It's on the screen there. You can register online at registration.arlingtonva.us. Daniel.
Well, Craig, registration for 55-plus classes with fees begins May the 4th at 10 a.m. You can register in person by going to any one of the senior centers or to the Office of Senior Adult Programs, 300 North Park Drive, Arlington, or you can give them a call at 703-228-4747. Or you can register by, mail at 3700 South 4 Mile Run Drive. If you register by mail, be sure to include the course name and your check.
Check is in the mail. And as always, thanks to Judy Masabny of OSAP for helping us out and sending us these announcements. We appreciate it, Judy. We'll be back with a quick bye-bye right after we hear from Shannon Augustus and her guest. Here's Shannon.
Good evening. So we all have smartphones. I have mine right here. And we've all probably sent a text message that we wish we hadn't. So if that's you, you're in luck, because I'm here with Maci Peterson, founder of A Second Thought,
On Second Thought,
an app that helps people edit and kind of resend some text messages. She's going to talk to us about that today. Maci, how you doing?
I'm great. Thanks, Shannon, for having me. How are you?
Thank you for coming in. How does this app work?
It's super easy. You just go to the Google Play Store, which is where we are right now, and you download the app. And then in the app settings, you set On Second Thought as your default SMS messenger, which means that every text message sent or to or received from the phone will go through On Second Thought. And then in those settings, you can also set your grace period, which is the amount of time that you have to take that message back. And so you can do it for up to 60 seconds. And I have mine set at 5 seconds because I'm a little bit impatient. But what that means is that after hitting send, I have 5 seconds to swipe left to take back my message.
That is awesome. So 5 seconds to up to a minute. That's great to
Up to a minute, yeah.
to look and say, oh wait, I didn't mean to say that, or there's a misspelling, or
Right.
something like that.
Or autocorrect
Yeah.
just has a vendetta against me.
Same here. So how did you come up with an idea like this?
Autocorrect has a vendetta against me. So
Tell me about that.
I've been in some very embarrassing text messaging situations. One time, one of my ex-boyfriends had been calling me, and for some reason I kept missing his calls. I wasn't avoiding them because we're friends, but I just kept missing them. And so I had written, hey, for some reason I keep missing your calls, but autocorrect changed it to, hey, for some reason I keep missing that part of your nail anatomy that rhymes with calls.
Oh no.
And I was like, calls, I didn't mean that. And he was like, I mean, whatever. And, you know, the natural reaction is to just start slamming your fingers against your phone, and that doesn't do anything. And so I sent, well, first I checked the App Store to see if there was anything there like it, and at the time there was not. And then I did a Google search to see if there was anything there, and at the time there was nothing there. And so I started texting my friends, asking them, hey, have you ever sent a message that you wished you could take back?
And everyone said yes.
Overwhelmingly, everyone said yes. Yeah, and one said, yes, what do you have in mind? I want to invest. And that's how we got started.
That's super cool. And so tell me, how did you get into, because I don't know anything about developing apps or coding or anything like that. How did you get into that? How did you kind of...
Well, On Second Thought is my second business. I started my first one when I was in college. It was called Mari Magazine, and it was a magazine, obviously, for women of the African diaspora ages 18 to 24. And so that was my first foray into being an entrepreneur. It was a digital magazine, so also working in the tech space. And for On Second Thought, shortly after coming up with the idea, I received information about a pitch competition at South by Southwest, and they were calling for everything from full products to just ideas. And I said, well, I have an idea, and that's about it. So I applied to that pitch competition, got accepted, and that week I pitched it at South by Southwest and won first place. And so that was really the validation that, one, I had a product that people were interested in, but two, that I also had a viable business. And so from there, I brought on my technical co-founder, and we started building because my background is in business. And so I brought on someone who had the technical chops to really get this going.
Awesome. And so what would you say to entrepreneurs or people thinking about kind of starting their own business? What kind of advice can you give them?
I would say be bold. That's
great.
really what it takes is, you know, even if you don't know anyone in the industry, if you don't know anything about the industry, be bold, find things out. If you hear about a pitch competition or conference or anything, go to it. And I mean, even when I was in college, I attended this conference and they called for editors-in-chiefs, and I was, you know, a 20-year-old editor-in-chief, and I was like, well, I deserve to be there. And from that, I got some of the best mentors I've ever had. And so be bold, be confident, and something that I always say is just know that you know that you know that this is what you have, that this is what is meant for you. And so I have my confidence and my faith from that.
That's awesome. Thank you, Maci, for coming in and speaking with us today. And this is Shannon Augustus. Thank you for watching Arlington Weekly News. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Shannon, and thanks to all of you for watching, and thanks to Jay back in the control room for the News for Seniors glasses tonight. I forgot mine, left them home, and he offered
work?
me his. They do. They work pretty well. Thanks, Jay.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you,
And
Jay.
thanks to all of you loyal viewers out there for making it through another edition of the Arlington Weekly News with us. Our last show in April 2015. May is coming, so get out there and get ready to do good things for May Day and Mother's
May
Day.
Day.
That's right.
And all
Cinco
that
de
stuff.
Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo.
de
Cinco de
Mayo.
Mayo is coming up. Anything else to add before we go? I think
Memorial Day's at the end.
and
so
Memorial Day.
long
I guess we
stretch.
about covered it, right?
That's it.
For this week, anyway. So
National
Day,
St.
though.
Coquille Day.
thanks to all of you for watching. Have a safe week. Next week, if you're there, we'll be here and we'll do it all again. Take care. Bye-bye.
Peace.